December 14th, 2022. It's raining. FedEx just brought me my mushroom log kits. So lion's mane, oyster, and shiitake. This is going to be perfect because on December 1st, the folks I hired to help me get down some big trees that were overhanging the back of the house, including some limbs on a beautiful oak tree. They came and did that, and the logs needed to rest at least 2 weeks before inoculating them with the mushroom spawn, and it needed to, the logs needed to be kept wet, and we've just had steady rain. So I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with all of this, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is awesome. It says proud to be part of this rotting world. I love it. So oyster mushrooms are a great protein source with mild and slightly nutty flavor, low in calories and high in compounds, which lower cholesterol and promote health. And these will be approximately 1 year after placing logs. You will be rewarded with mushrooms. So this is a oh, this is going to be, gotta have patience. Okay, and then the other one is the shiitakes, another great protein source with natural garlic flavor, low in calories, high in compounds to reduce inflammation and promote health. And again, it'll be about 1 year before the logs will begin fruiting. And this is because it will take about that long for the spawn that is inside these pegs to fully colonize the logs, which will begin rotting. Okay, so until I'm ready to get this put together, the spawn needs to be refrigerated. That's 34 to 42 Fahrenheit or 1.1 to 5.6 centigrade. So this is going to go in my refrigerator. And as I mentioned, they recommend that the logs be rested up to 2 weeks and prior to inoculating, and that would be tomorrow because the arborists had come to cut those branches that were overhanging the house on the 1st of December. Okay, well, I just opened the box. This is for the oyster mushrooms, and I'm going to do these one at a time. So the gray dove oyster mushroom, these are plugs. So what's going to happen is, ooh, in here, yeah, uh-oh, don't drop it in the sink. This is a drill bit specifically for the size of these plugs. Little tags, aluminum tags. Hi, Tim. And I'm gonna have to see how this works. I guess this goes onto, yeah, this goes onto the drill bit to make sure that it goes to the proper depth for this. And there's wax to seal up where the plugs go in. And they are suggesting oysters prefer poplar, willow, box elder, and cottonwood. And I just happen to have some poplars. So that is what, that'll be the first one that I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to finish my cup of coffee. It's cold here this morning, and I'll see you out in the garage in just a few minutes. So I have just put the stop onto the drill bit at the 1-inch mark. Okay, so first of all, the holes are going to be drilled in a diamond pattern, the same way like when we're setting out plant starts. By the offsetting of the holes, you give the plants more room, and as the offsetting of the holes, the mushrooms will have more room. And as I showed you, I've already got the bit set up. So I moved the logs. These are the poplar logs, and yeah, so let's do this thing. I'm gonna join the drill team. Oh, it smells really good. Poplar always has this really sweet smell to it. Get the fibers off the drill bit. Okay, what I just realized is I need to go get the Allen wrench again because this thing has slipped, so let me go do that. This part of the tree is kind of special. Earlier in the summer I had carved the symbol for Hecate, goddess of the crossroads and protector of people on journeys. I'm one of the Makita warriors. And I'm so grateful to my dad for showing me that it's okay for women to use power tools. So one thing I did want to say is that so some of these logs are bigger than others, and the difference will be the smaller logs, the mycorrhizal threads will start working on the logs, consuming the logs faster, and the bigger the log, the longer it will take before the fruiting happens. So I'm not too concerned to have some of these smaller logs also inoculated. It might mean I just get mushrooms a little bit quicker, and then these larger diameter ones will be producing slower. Now the next step is putting the plugs in. I'm using my rawhide mallet because it seemed like it was maybe a little more gentle than hitting these things in with a hammer. I don't know. And then the last step will be sealing over the plugs with the wax. The ends of the logs do not need to be sealed according to the instructions, so that's good. And these logs will be to take over as the logs that I had done a few years ago are slowing down. I've not gotten very many shiitakes off of them, and a couple of them seem to have gotten cross-inoculated with the turkey tail mushroom, and I don't know if it was, when I bought the plugs, if they were mislabeled, or if the logs already had turkey tail, like nature had already inoculated the logs with turkey tails. Anything's possible. We'll get this. I'll show you the next step. Still got quite a few plugs, so I stopped drilling because I wanted to see, how far these would go, but there's still plenty in here. So let's see, is that a hole? No. So there's the wax, and all they said to do was just get some and smooth it on, kind of like if you were putting on chapstick or something. Although the logs are cold, it's sort of melting as it's in my hand, just a little bit of warmth from my fingers, making it pliable. The ends don't have to be sealed, just the plugs, which is good. That would take a lot of wax if I had to seal the ends of the logs. Hopefully this is going to show up. Sometimes I film and I don't know until after I'm done and then when I run it through the movie thing that's on my phone, sometimes the framing isn't ideal. So I try to get things in the center of the screen. Hopefully if people can see this. So this, again, this is one of those, you know, long-term slow food projects where we're thinking out a few years ahead of what may or may not be available in the grocery stores and what kinds of things could potentially be an item for bartering too. Besides, you know, being able to feed myself and my friends, this could be something I might barter. And again, the larger the log, the longer it's going to take for the mushroom organism to populate the log and begin fruiting. So some of these smaller logs, maybe by midsummer next year or by the autumn of next year, there could be something happening. And the larger ones, I'm thinking, probably won't be until, you know, spring of 2024. But we'll see. Nature is wonderful and can surprise us in so many magnificent ways. Okay, that one's done. All right, I'm going to keep going on this, and I'll see you in the next part of the video. My friend Barley's been out here keeping an eye on me. So I have finished 14 of the poplar logs. That's all the poplar I had. And I've made some tags for the oyster mushrooms, and I'll just nail the tag to the top of the log, and then I'm going to move these into their little snuggly location out of the sun on the north side of the house, and then we just have to wait, and it's already getting to be dark 30, so I need to move. I've got some of the oak logs in here already, and I need to move the rest in here and get started drilling. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video here. I hope those of you watching my channel, I put the challenge out there for you. If you're in an area that you could be doing mushrooms, seriously consider this. It's not all that hard. Okay, see you in the next video. Till then. Yeah, no sauerkraut making for a few days. See ya. So the lion's mane and the oysters are here on the north side of the house, and I'll show you where the shiitake logs are hanging out in just a little while. And way back here, below the drain pipes, in the back of the house, where the seepage comes down this rock, this is where the shiitakes are. Barbro, the big logs from your place are also here, so when these things start fruiting, I'll be sharing. All right, this is it now. See you in the next video. Till then.